Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Crandall University for today's basketball game featuring the visiting MSVU Mystics and your Crandall Chargers. We now ask that you please rise if able and remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please welcome the starting lineup for the visiting MSVU Mystics. Number 6, Emily Holt. Number 7, Chloe Offstern. Number 8, Catherine Korovets. Number 11, Amanda Piercy. And number 32, Alicia McNeil. And now, the starting lineup for your Crandall Chargers. Number 8, Cassidy Hamilton. Number 10, Matea Hansen. Number 11, Alexa Rancourt. Number 14, Michaela Hansen. And number 9, Emily Briggs.
Afternoon, ACAA Hoops fans. This is Dave Tingley on the call from Crandall University today for this afternoon's matchup between the Crandall University Chargers and the Mount St. Vincent Mystics. Mount St. Vincent coming in atop the standings, joint leaders with Holland College at 5-1. Stu also with 5 wins. Holland, pardon me, I think is 6-1. I think the standings kind of a little off there. Yep, so Mount St. Vincent second place, looking to move into tie atop the standings with Holland today against a Crandall Chargers team coming in 1-3, but fresh off a really encouraging 4-point loss here on this floor to Holland the other day, where they won on Friday night, where they won the last 3 quarters after a tough start, found their offensive groove a little bit. We'll see if it carries over to today. And their defense, that's been what's carried them, and they start off with a good defensive possession, turning over the Mystics, and back the other way comes Emily Briggs. Briggs fouled out late the other night. He is always keeping her on the floor. Cassidy Hamilton with a long 3, and that's big for her. She's coming off a 1 for 15 on Friday night. Couldn't get anything to go. So that is just huge. Getting off to a good start. Step back there. And Korovets. There's a miss. Back the other way comes Crandall, inside to Hansen. That's Michaela, up off the glass for two. How pretty was that? And the Hansen sisters really growing into their roles this first season with Crandall. Playing better and better each game. They were terrific, both of them in the second half. Michaela and Matea. Driving the lane is Amanda Piercy. She's going to get hit, going to line for 2 free throws. So the one you want to keep an eye on, fans, if you haven't seen her play, Emily Holt, the third-year guard at Halifax, leading scorer in the ACAA. Can do it all, can shoot, handle the ball, make plays for her teammates. Up and in is Piercy. 5-2. Early three-point lead for Crandall. They've gotten off to some rough starts, especially offensively. That's going to be a turnover. Good pressure there. Combination of Holt and Samia Amadou. Turns that ball over, back to the Mystics. Holt now looking to go to work. Pulls up. Front rims, rebounded nicely. Crandall also does a good job on the defensive glass, led, of course, by the leading rebounder in the entirety of the league, and Alexa Rancourt coming in off a 21-17 game against Holland. Briggs now, she's going to have to hoist one against the clock. She got a couple to go. Second half yesterday, doesn't get that one to go, though. Back come the Mystics. Piercy, Holt, Amadou, pardon me, McNeil. There's a handoff. Up for two is Piercy, and she finds the bottom. She's got all 4 for the Mystics here early. And that press again. Done good things so far. Hamilton now, hesitating. Finds Rancourt. Back to Hamilton. Finds its way all the way around to Briggs, and there's another 3 up by Hamilton, and she's feeling it early.
Hamilton!
2 for 2, and look, confident stroking both of them. 8-4 now, the lead. Solid D there from Matea Hansen. Alicia McNeil trying to find her way inside. She does. Disrupted nicely there with a hand up by Rancourt. Now Briggs against the defense of McNeil. Looking for that roll. They look again. It's super effective when they make that connection, but they turn the ball over quite a bit on that look. It's a tough pass, but they got 3 people, the Hansen sisters and Rancourt. All 3 of them set solid screens and roll hard. So it's a good look, but that connection is tough sometimes, and it's led to a lot of turnover, a lot of successful offensive possessions, but a lot of turnovers for Crandall. And can she go 3 for 3 here early? No, it's wide left. Side rims, but run down by guess who? Rancourt. New into the game is Kylie Balser. Turnover by Crandall. Back the other way comes McNeil. She goes up, doesn't make it. Almost out of the gym, but she's going to the line for 2 free throws. Alicia McNeil, the 4th-year player out of Alder Point, Nova Scotia. Makes the first. And the second. Balser now at the point against this press. Trying to get a trap, and it's successful again. This time it's Holt. She's going to take it coast to coast and lay it in, tie it up. So it's going to be how effective Crandall is at breaking this press. Starts as a 1-3-1 kind of look. They go for a trap and then drop deep and try to pick off passes, and that's going to be another turnover. Trying to force it up the sideline. That's where Mount St. Vincent wants you to go. Piercy now finds its way down to Holt. She kicks to McNeil at the three-point line. McNeil up for three. McNeil only averages 7 on the year. She's almost gotten there already. Oh, well recovered there by Matea Hansen. Oh, and it finds Hamilton wide open for 3. Can she bang in another? No. Long. Matea Hansen tried to gather that offensive board. It wasn't there. Back comes Mount. Holt now. Up for a two-pointer is Piercy. Almost turned over again, but Hamilton managed to collect. She's going to try to drive all the way. She does. Lays it in. 8 for Cassidy Hamilton here in the first. Back to a 1-point game. Holt's calling for it. Pardon me, Korovets. She tries a wild left-hander. Well defended there. Find this way back to the corner to Korovets. In and out. Good box out there. Rancourt averaging 15 boards. Far and away the leader in the league. That's a wild attempt there from Balser. And that's going to lead to an easy lay-in at the other end for Piercy. Amanda Piercy, the top 10 in league scoring, almost 12 a game. That's how you beat it, but then little rush there for Hansen once they beat it. No need to rush, but she did. So back to the Mount. New into the game for Mount St. Vincent. Courtney Smith, she's going to run the point by the looks of things. Victoria Strickland, the second-year player to Newfoundland. Joining Holt and Korovets and McNeil. Long 3 there from Holt. Rebounded nicely in there. Torn away by Smith. McNeil trying to beat Rancourt. Can't do it. Nice defense by Rancourt at the other end by Michaela Hansen. Comes away with it. And they turn it back over. Boy, the Mount going after every ball handler, no matter what position on the court. And Holt up for 3, and it's down. She's got no range and no conscience, and nor should she. She can make it from anywhere. Now, you don't have to rush if you're nicely done. Patient move by Rancourt. Much better by Hansen there in the middle that time. Took a close look at what she had, Rancourt, and it's amazing. Rancourt, after all this time, they still can't stop her from going left. She doesn't have much of a right hand, Alexa. It's really her weakness. But she's so strong and athletic, she just finds her way to get to that hand. And it's tough for anybody in this league to stop. 1 for 2 at the line for Rancourt. Also top 5 in the league in scoring this year. Korovets into Holt. They collapse on her, not effectively enough. She goes lefty but misses. Good rebound in there by Briggs. Over to Hamilton. Double team. Shocking surprise. Well done there by Crandall. Oh, they had Michaela Hansen streaking. They find her now at the three-point line. Up to Briggs. Briggs gets a screen. Oh, nicely done by Balser to collect and make the 3. Boy, that was a nice look from Briggs. Tough pass. Spinning two-handed pass, but she knew where Balser was going to be, and she found her. Right back comes Korovets from three-point range. Oh, and a long one up to Rancourt. She ended up playing defense on that one, tried to tap it off of Smith, but no good. Back to the Mount. 19-14, 3:01 on the clock. First quarter. Matea Hansen back in the game. Oh, they did reverse it. Referees got together. Looked to me like the correct call. Fast speed. Looked like Rancourt did knock it out off the Mount St. Vincent player. Into Matea Hansen. Balser able to collect. Spins, nothing there. Handoff to Hansen. Over to Rancourt. Balser now, the shot fake up for 2. Misses. Nice rebound there by Holt. McNeil finds Holt, three-point line. Pulls up after one dribble. Short. Well defended there by Matea Hansen. Balser now. If they can get some stops so that Mount St. Vincent defense isn't set. Oh, that was there. Nice kick save by Courtney Smith to prevent an easy layup for Rancourt. Crandall's getting lots of good looks out of these out-of-bounds plays. The Mount defended that well. Knocked away. Good hands there by Smith. And a good pass. Oh, not quite there. Well disrupted by Briggs. McNeil was streaking. Smith almost found her. Holt now fakes a screen and gets the ball. Pounds it into the middle, two hands, finds her partner on the wing, McNeil for three. Back rim, rebound by Balser. And gets hit. And the Mount St. Vincent bench, marked forward. Feels like he got the short end of the stick on that possession. Really felt like Holt got hit on her foray into the key. And then wasn't happy that they got hit with 1-0. Briggs spins off the contact. Nicely done by Briggs. Gets into the key. She's going to go to the line for 2 free throws. That was a tough catch. Had a little narrow screen and roll there with Balser, but Balser put it where only Briggs could catch it, luckily enough. Spun off the defense, got into the lane for 2. The Mount scores at a really high clip. So you're going to need to stick with them. You're going to need to score the ball well enough to stay with them, and it was worrisome when they got down big to Holland College the other night for the same reason. They haven't been able to score the ball at a high enough rate this season, but that second half the other night, Crandall really found their groove a little bit. That should have been probably a charge. That was definitely a lowered shoulder there from Emma Foy from the Mount, new onto the floor. No argument from Briggs though. She just pops up and keeps playing. That's Emily for you. Crandall in a bit of a zone here. Missing a box out. You can't miss box outs on a zone, not when you got Holt on the other end. But she misses that jumper. Runs it down in the corner though. It's going to stay with the Mount. Holt off to a bit of a cold start. Tristan DeRoche into the game for Michaela Hansen. Ball comes right into Holt. She wants the three. She gets it. Good defense again from Matea Hansen. And another missed box out. Gives McNeil another chance, and she bangs in her second from downtown. McNeil with a big first quarter. Already surpassed her season scoring average. Now Holt up there going to tie up Balser. It's going back to the Mount. Crandall playing right into the hands of the Mount on that press. You couldn't dream of a better place for the offense to pick it up if you're playing that type of defense if you're the Mount. Just over half court. Got a sideline as a kind of a third defender there too where she stopped. McNeil. Oh, Mrs. Holt at the top. Holt able to run it down. Calling for a screen now. Foy sets it. She rejects it. Matea Hansen's going to get caught. Almost 20 seconds of good D, but they bail her out at the end. Now the Mount's going to have 14 of the 51 seconds left in the quarter. Foy. Ashley Marshall onto the floor now for the Mount. Ball finds its way back to guess who. Gets that one to go. Emily Holt, little teardrop runner. Pretty stuff. She's talented. She's also got size. She's 5'10", point guard. Good box out there by the Mystics. Back the other way. Holt's going to hold for the final one. See if Crandall tries to run it or get the ball out of her hands here. Double team maybe off the They don't, but they do get the ball out of her hands. Good hands there, up top by Hanson. Against, at the buzzer, Cassidy Hamilton comes up short. So Crandall going to the first quarter break, stuck 9, 24-15. And kind of a little bit of a struggle. I mean, look, when they manage against the press, again, good things are happening, but it's the turnover bug that bit Crandall in the first quarter, going up against that tough, extended 1-3-1, 2-3 hybrid-y trapping press of the Mount. They love to play at a high pace. They average the most points in the ACAA, almost 88 points a game. And that is it's a tough engine to stop. But look, Crandall did a pretty good job the last 3 quarters on Friday night here against Holland, who averages over 85 points a game. They held them in check pretty well the last 3 quarters, able to score with them, get back in the game. More than once the other night, you had the feeling in this gym, like, oh, yeah, Holland's going to run away and hide now. And they just didn't. Crandall bite, scrapped, clawed, kept themselves in it. You know that's what Crandall's going to do. Whether they're scoring the ball or not, they're going to put in a maximum effort at the defensive end, and it paid off the other night almost. They really felt probably like it was a game they should have won. So join us after the girls' game here on ACAA.TV fans and YouTube for the men's game. Matchup between the Mount St. Vincent Mystics and Crandall Chargers on the men's side. That'll be fun. Crandall didn't play very well the other night against Holland in this gym. Only fell by 8 points, but felt like it should have been a lot more than that in a way, but also they really got down big and then came back and tied it up in the third quarter, and then it was the bench of Holland when Coach Tim Kendrick got upset with his 5 on the floor, took them all off in a hockey sub, and then the Crandall starters lost the last half of that quarter to the bench of the Holland Hurricanes, and that was the story. Went to the fourth quarter down 6 instead of up and weren't able to come back, and the Crandall women came all the way back and really felt like they should have stole one, but weren't able to, and not a good start to the second quarter for the ladies. The turnover, 5-second count on the out-of-bounds play. That's not one you like to see. Ellie Hiltz onto the floor new for Crandall. Really been showing improvement in her minutes as well, another first-year player. Really tough-minded. And she's going to be out there on Holt. I like the matchup. See what she can do. Holt, cross-court pass to McNeil again. Ooh, she's having herself a half. Is Alicia McNeil, the fourth-year wing. Well broken that time, but swung it to one side, brought it back to the other. Oh, and good cut that time by Emily Briggs. Got it back door, didn't go up with it. Smart move. Ball found its way all the way back around to Kylie Balser, and she banged in her second 3. 27-18 now, 9:19 clock running second quarter here. ACAA action from Crandall Gymnasium. I'm Dave Tingley on ACAA.TV and YouTube. Say hi to me on Twitter at Hoops Tingley if you want. Ellie Hiltz now bodying up on McNeil. Pardon me. The ball found its way back to McNeil, and it was a block, and now Briggs has got an opportunity. She lays it in. It's down to 7. Like I said, just when you think these Crandall Chargers have dug themselves a hole, they find their way out of it. Rancourt now on McNeil, not there. Emma Foy drives. No can do. Rebounded by Rancourt. Back come the Chargers. And I was just going to say, I wonder if Briggs is going to see Rancourt. She did. Perfect pass from Emily Briggs to Rancourt running that floor. She's a matchup nightmare this year so far in the ACAA is Rancourt. Speaking of matchup nightmares, Emily Holt banks in a 3. Her second of the game so far, pushes that lead back to 8. Crandall doing that's at least that's the movement that you want. You got to make a quicker decision with it if you're Ellie Hiltz. But that's the way to attack it. Get it from side to side. Have somebody come to the middle, hopefully, and then run and fill lanes and try to get some easy opportunities if you break that press easily. But you got to make quicker decisions. Amanda Piercy back in. Chloe Oxner now on the floor too for the Mount. Korovets back in. Ashley Marshall up for three. Not there, and Rancourt corrals another rebound. Balser now facing two. Gets it up to Michaela Hansen. Cassidy Hamilton now. Briggs. All the way over to Hamilton. Tough catch. She only got 6 on the clock. Now Briggs is going to have to throw up a long three. Nothing there. Probably should have been blown dead. Didn't look like it hit the rim, but that's all right. Back comes the Mount. Holt doesn't want the three. Oxner now finds back to Holt. Or pardon me, that's Korovets. Korovets on the drive. Bowling over Emily Briggs. Looks like it's a no call. Just going to stay with the Mount. Can always count on Briggs to take 4, 5, 6 of those shots right in the chest per game. She's never going to back down. Got her in foul trouble tonight. Look at those hands from Briggs. She finds Hamilton now. Crandall can push. They do. Wide open three on the wing. Doesn't go, though. Disruptive stuff from Briggs. She's going to pull up and try to knock in a two. No good. There goes Rancourt trying to collect another offensive board, but Holt managed to hold her off. Going back to the Mystics. Sarah McCormick into the game for the first time for Crandall. Now she's going to be matched up with Holt. Good defense there. Michaela Hansen. Rancourt finished it. It was Hansen's pressure that really did it. McCormick looking to drive. Cut off. Physical defense there from Ashley Marshall. Balser gets 2 feet in the key. Gets it back. Good handoff there. She's hit a couple, but she doesn't hit that one. Follows her own shot, though. Lays it up. Gets the roll. Does Kylie Balser. She's having a good first half, and the lead's down to 6 again. Amanda Piercy. Holt now. Knocked away from behind by Rancourt. Good defense by Rancourt this possession. Oh, 22 seconds of it anyway. Right at the end of the clock, it's called for the reach-in. I know it's tempting, but you gotta, especially, you got them up against the clock. 25 feet from the hoop, just play solid. It's so tempting. It's an effort foul, but you got to be smarter than that too. Holt didn't want it. That's a travel. Boy, Emily Holt's made a couple from out there. If that's me, I want her shooting that one. Just the kind of shot that she wants. But to Crandall's credit, they have made life a little bit difficult on her here. So far, they had a hand in her face. She's missed a couple shots she normally would expect to make, I think. Crandall moving the ball well against the pressure of this possession. Hamilton's not there. Finds her way back to McCormick. She's going to launch a three. Almost banked it in. Oh, and Michaela Hansen. Another bad foul there from Crandall. Back-to-back ones. You don't want to get one like that 80 feet from the hoop if you can help it. Back to the Mount. Piercy now. Korovets. Marshall down to Oxner. Another travel. Good closeout again by Crandall. Sometimes these travels are careless. Sometimes, though, you got to give some credit to the defense for being a little bit, for giving some good pressure. Speeding you up a little bit. Seems to go what Crandall's doing, speeding the Mount up a little bit. And McCormick's going to pop again. Nothing there, but one down by Rancourt. Hamilton long with that one. Rancourt again. Now she's going to step through the key. She's not able to get the layup to go, though. Comes up short. Rancourt, a vacuum cleaner down there on the glass. And a long three from Oxner goes. Oh, the 5-point swings. Crandall doing a much better job against that pressure. Oh, I jinxed Balser there. They got to spin out of it. They do. Nice move by Hamilton, and she finds Rancourt. She's not going to miss that one. The guards just got to trust their talent a little bit. Oh, that was a nice catch and finish by Catherine Korovets. That was too easy after a made hoop, and Crandall's going to call a timeout. But I like the adjustment that Crandall's made against this press. Move it back and forth quickly again. You know, have that. If you've got an odd number top on a zone, then you put an even number of people to offset it. They've got a top person on the zone. It's a 1-3-1, kind of back to a 1-2-2 a little bit. So you got that one person out there. You split them. Put two guards out. The back and forth movement of the ball is working out for them well. But what you don't want to do is just get it over half court and pick it up, which is what they've done a couple times. But like they did in that last possession, you know, just trust your talent. Make an offensive move. If they're being aggressive with you defensively and reaching in, then rip that ball through. Make a move. And Hamilton did a terrific job of that at half court in that last possession, found Rancourt, and then, of course, they get beat long for a layup. But Crandall, again, is hanging around, not playing their best, but defensively fighting enough to keep it close. This is kind of what happened in the first half against Holland on Friday night. They were almost able to pull it out, took a lot of good things out of it, so just keep fighting if you're a Charger at this point. So now they've got that. Oh, and it was just a little too rushed. Yeah, I saw it coming a mile away. Ball found its way to Balser. I said, oh, way to beat to hand it off to Hamilton. No, she was a beat too early. Backcourt, back to the Mount. McNeil. Oh, solid pass and catch in there by Oxner. Oxner had followed it up with an offensive rebound. Not sure why they kept the play going. Should have been blow dead to correct the clock, but they didn't. Anyway, rebounded down there by Rancourt off the Mount miss. Rancourt came to the middle, and oh, that was nicely done by Alexa Rancourt. Just boxed her out at half court, collected that pass. Balser, her second kind of difficult finish of the first half. Kylie into double figures here in half one. The lead down to 7. Nice move by Alicia McNeil. Crandall, good closeouts all the way around. Oh, this two people went for the same ball, and none of them got it. Splitting that defense for the lay-in was Amanda Piercy. It's a tough one. Good look. Solid stuff from DeRoche on that catch and the handoff to Briggs. Briggs goes baseline. A little strong. Rancourt tried to keep it alive. No one else was crashing. Back comes the Mount. McNeil's had a great first half. Skip pass finds its way to Oxner. Yeah, Kala Newcomb. New onto the floor for the Mount. Knocks in a 3. The lead's up to 12. Hamilton now. Briggs into Rancourt. Rancourt, Hamilton. Rancourt's trying to set a screen for her, and she does. All the way to the hoop. That was an illegal screen. The Mount St. Vincent coach, Mark Forward, says the same thing. How was that legal? Doesn't matter, it's 2. Not going to correct it now, but boy, that's a wide right on that three-pointer, but nice rebound in there by Newcomb. Her minutes since she's been on have been productive. Oxner with a long 3. Good box out that time by Briggs. 2 now. Oh, and Briggs finds Balser. Boy, that was a collision. No call, though. I felt it was a 50-50 ball. 1-2 pass to the hot McNeil. She's short on that one, though, and Hamilton collects the rebound. Again, dribbling against pressure, as always, against these Mystics. Balser now. Good fake, but she picked it up, got away with it. Rancourt was there. Rancourt. Nice look back to Balser. Balser, a third running left-hander. Difficult makes all. Balser's that's that third teardrop. 2 lefties, 1 righty. She's been terrific. She's holding them in here in the first half. And a steal from Balser, and then takes a hit. Boy, this defense has been physical from the Mount. I'm not saying that in an insulting way as if they should have more fouls. I'm just saying it's been very effectively physical. I'm just surprised. I look up and I see there's only 1 foul call, as physical as they've been. Timeout, Crandall. And Crandall, again, you kind of feel like they should be down by more than they are, but there it is. There, you look up, they're only stuck 8. Hanging around. So we'll check out the out-of-town scoreboard here as we have a timeout here late in the first half. So earlier today at King's College, the Stu ladies team, 12-point win over Kings. Right now, Mount Allison up 67-33 in the 4th quarter in St. John. Yesterday, these Mount St. Vincent Mystics won big over Stu. That's a bigger spread than I would have expected. 84-67 was the final there. With Korovets, Holt, and McNeil all scoring 15, pardon me, for them, and Courtney Smith scored 14 last night in just 20 minutes. So McNeil, not a huge scoring average through 5-6 games, but yesterday and today she's been really, really good. And her Mystics are up 40-32 here late in the first half. Michaela Hansen. Back to Balser. Balser. Oh, nice look to Briggs. Briggs wide open. It's going to be wide left, though. Just kind of rushed it a little bit. Didn't quite have her feet set. Good feed from Balser. It's a good shot. Exactly what you want. Piercy on the attack. 3-pointer from the wing from Smith. Side rims. Bounces up out of bounds. Back to Crandall. Extended press now from the Mount. Get the ball in. They're going to. Briggs. Pretty look ahead. She had 2 there that were wide open. And there's a wide open 3 from the wing. In and out from Michaela Hansen. Almost run down by Rancourt. But the Mount's going to have the final shot if they want it. And McNeil now against Rancourt. Nice move, lays it in, and that's going to put the lead up to 10 as we go to the halftime break. Great stuff from McNeil. Tops off a wonderful half for her and a productive one from the Mount St. Vincent Mystics. They take a 42-32 lead here to the break over the Crandall Chargers, and we'll see you back here in about 15. Fans, welcome back to the second half of the first game of our Crandall Mount St. Vincent doubleheader here. As we start the second half, Mount St. Vincent holds a 10-point edge, 42-32 over the Crandall Chargers. It was the press of the Mount St. Vincent Mystics that turned the Chargers over enough in the first half to stretch this lead out to 10. Holt now going to try to start the second half with a 3, and she does. Beauty call play by the Mount St. Vincent coaching staff to get their best player, her best look that she's had all game. She was held mostly in check in that first half, 7 points for the lead's leading scorer on just 3 for 7, but they got her a wide open look with her feet set to start the half, and she finds it now. Briggs answers. Tough-minded Emily Briggs. Only 1 for 7 in the first half, but 4 assists, 3 steals for her. Typical, her floor game doesn't suffer even if her shot doesn't go in, but man, can they ever use her shot to go in. Holt now. Not there for her. She does kick it back out for an open 3, and man, that's a killer. Amanda Piercy, she had 8 in the first half as well. McNeil, of course, led them with 13, a terrific first half. And Catherine Korvet's pretty quiet with 8 and 6 boards, boy. Oh, and another 3, this time by Hamilton. Her third of the matchup. She's got 13 to lead the team. Just took over the team lead from Kylie Balser into the paint. There was Piercy. Long. Now Crandall's only got 8 seconds. They beat it. Hansen's now. She's going to have path. She pulls it back out smartly. The ball gets swung all the way around to Briggs. She's got another 3. Oh, side rims it. Good effort there on the boards from one of the Hansen sisters. That was Michaela. Pardon me, that was Matea. Korvetz, her strong game continues. Lays it up for 2. Balser, as I said, terrific. Oh, just out of reach of Rancourt. Good look by Briggs. Just not able to corral it was Rancourt, and it's back to the Mount, 50-38. Their lead swelled to 12. But as I said, Balser in the first half, 5 for 6 from the floor, 2 threes for 12 points, 4 boards, and a steal for her. She was everywhere. Really kept Crandall in it. Now this lead has swelled to 12. Now this happened a couple times the other night. And Holt up for 3, and it's long. Yes, and it's run down by McNeil, and she forces it out off of Rancourt. It's going to stay with the Mount. But as I said the other night, Friday night here against Holland, thought a few times that they were going to run away from and hide, and they did not. Holt tries to swell the lead out a little bit more. She comes up empty. Back the other way comes Briggs. She hands it back to Hamilton. Another 3, oh, just a little bit long, right on line. McNeil now on the run. She's got 2 people to the right, and she finds one of them, but runs over Briggs in the process. Emily Briggs takes another one. That's her second accepted charge of the matchup. Again, just puts her hands on her knees like, oh my God, I took another one. Doesn't matter, she'll take 100 more if it means getting a win. She's gonna need some help to get it over half. Oh, she beats it all by her lonesome and then finds Rancourt. That was pretty. Rancourt was just a touch too far underneath the hoop though. Boy, that was pretty stuff from Emily Briggs, tiptoeing down the sidelines and finding Rancourt. Just not able to finish, finding the bottom of the rim. Piercy now to Oxner, and Oxner finds Holt inside. Holt not able to finish again. Crandall getting away with a couple of uncharacteristic Holt misses here. Briggs now swings it all the way over to Hansen. Michaela to Matea. She finds Rancourt moving left, downhill left hand, and she gets it all the way at the Balser. Red hot is Kylie Balser. Balling out here on a Sunday afternoon in the Crandall gym. Oxner catches it over the top, runs right into Briggs, but out off of Briggs, and it's going to stay with the Mystics. Timeout. Now St. Vincent. Crandall's brought that lead back under 9, or back under 10 now, down to 9. So stay tuned, fans, on ACAA TV. .TV, pardon me, after this game, as we will bring you the guys' game in this matchup, which will be a fun one. So go to the out-of-town scoreboard again. Holland finished off UMBSJ. Oh, pardon me. Wrong week. Wrong week, announcer. Mount Allison finished off UMBSJ, pardon me. 40-point game, 77-37. Earlier today, as we said, Stu over King's College, 69-57. Recovering after their 17-point loss to the Mount yesterday. King's College defeated UMBSJ yesterday as well, 55-47. And we'll head on over to the guys' side as well, give you an update on the guys out of town scoreboard. Scrolling. So Stu leading King's College 55-35 in the second quarter, and Mount A, UMBSJ just getting started in St. John. Last night, fans, if you didn't catch it, do yourself a favor, head to ACAA.tv and watch the Mount Stu game from last night in Halifax as McNeil makes another three. She's been huge for the Mystics this afternoon. 1-point game. It ended 98-97 last night. One of the best games of the year so far. This end again, McNeil, not able to finish. Rancourt came and broke it up, and now there's a run out. Rancourt collects, not able to finish with the right hand. Hit the deck, and she's going to have to get up and recover. The Mount has numbers, but Briggs disrupts. Korvitz was able to get back to Oxner for an open three, and she nails it. Now you feel like they're running away and hiding a little bit, are the Mystics. And the mountain got pretty hard to climb here for Crandall in the last couple of minutes. But I've said that before about these girls. Michaela Hansen, nothing there, looking for a flare screen for Briggs. She's got it. Little slow developing play there as Michaela Hansen split the D and was coming wide open, but Briggs threw it maybe a little bit early, but out off of the Mount, and Crandall's going to have 7 seconds to play with, and they're going to have to do that after a timeout. So yeah, last night Stu made a mad rush. They were down 9 at the break. Pardon me, more than that, excuse me. It was 15 at the break, excuse me. Yeah, they were down 15 at the break to the Mount, in the Mount, and that's usually forget about a territory, but they came rushing back and won that second half by 14. Came up one short, 98-97. Great game. Tyrese Paul with 25 for Stu was incredible. But it was the Mount St. Vincent bench, which almost outscored the starters, or came pretty close. A couple guys in double figures off the bench for them, and yeah, it's just tough to win in Mount St. Vincent. Always has been, always will be. So on the men's side, pardon me, they're standing. If your esteemed announcer would hit the right button to bring up standings, that would help. So that means now Holland 7-0, Crandall 3-1, the Mount 5-2, Stu 4-3. So Stu 3 losses all of a sudden. That's not something that I was expecting, that's for sure. At this time of the year, I thought they were going to be. They've lost a couple they feel like they probably should have won. The Mount, that's a big win for them to get them to 5-2, and Crandall up against the clock here late, was not able to get it off and turns it over back to the Mount. But this is going to have to be a turning point here for Crandall. If they're going to get themselves back in the game, it's got to be now. Down 15 halfway through this third quarter. They're going to need a pretty big effort, and that's not going to help. Straight line drive and a finish there by Amanda Piercy. One of the more underrated players in the women's division of the small college league now. Steal and back the other way, attempting to knock it away as Balser, not able to. And Courtney Smith with the big finish. And all the momentum now with the Mystics. And that press of theirs becomes even more effective. Once you kind of multiply turnovers upon turnovers, it starts getting into your head a little bit. Back into the game is going to come Cassidy Hamilton. Shot the ball well today. They need some offense from her, but they need dependable breaking of this pressure to get them into their offense. Whoever's going to provide that is what they need. If the Mount wanted a double dribble, they get a tie up, but the ball's going to remain with Crandall. But that defensive pressure of the Mount has been ratcheted up about 25% here in the last few minutes. Briggs catches it over the top, back to Hamilton. And again, disrupted by McNeil. Oxner now finds its way all the way down. Samia Amadou, she looked baseline and then found her partner, Amanda Piercy, in the post. And a spinning move, tough shot there from Piercy. She made it look easy though. Hamilton just beats the press all by her lonesome. That's the way to do it if you can. Balser now left wide open. That's a mistake. Almost perfect afternoon continues. Another three from Balser. Back to 18. And able to split that defense nicely is Smith. She's having a great weekend as Courtney Smith, coming off a great performance off the bench yesterday against Stu, and now she's been real good this afternoon here in Crandall. Rims out on the first. Second one goes, stretches that lead back to 19. Balser looks to get up at that pressure. Smart play by her, attack and pull back and attack again. Hanson, that's a big one, and it goes. Boy, she's looking more and more confident. Her first make from out there today, but every shot's looked confident and on line. Balser, you don't mind those fouls at all. Good physical defense from Balser. Don't make it easy for the Mystics to get that ball into the key off the bounce. Tori Strickland now. She's going to drive the key. That was too easy. That's what you don't want. Too easy. Hamilton. Solid by her. Rancourt. Not a good cross-court pass. It's going to go all the way out of bounds and back to Crandall. But Mount's done a very good job of limiting Alexa Rancourt. She's gotten to the glass. Certainly in the first half, she had 10 rebounds in the first half alone, so she's gotten to the glass, but she hasn't been an effective scorer today. Had 5 in the first, hasn't scored here in the third quarter. One of the 5 leading scorers in the league. Good job there by Oxner knocking it out. She's easy to read. She's going to try to get to her left hand always, is Rancourt, but that doesn't mean much. It's been a difficult proposition to stop her for pretty much anybody in this league so far. Once she gets the ball in her hands, because she's so physical and tough. Matea Hansen off the bounce. In the corner it goes. That's got to be waved off. Yeah, Anna McKillop knew onto the floor. It was too late getting in her hand. She didn't have time to get it off. And Holt, after a nice rest, back in, up 18. McNeil. Amadou. Back to Holt. Long pass, good defensive possession by Crandall. Hamilton against the clock. Oh boy, that's a killer. Good. Great defensive possession really by Crandall. The only thing they missed was that could have been a little better closeout maybe by Anna McKillop on that, but that's the turnover you can't have. Up and in for two more is Courtney Smith. Now they get a chance to run. They beat the press easy that time. McKillop gets blocked. She could have stepped in a little bit to that pass. I think that's what Briggs was expecting. Could have made it easier on her. Step back. Looked like it was steps there by McNeil, but she got away with it and stepped back and knocked it in. 2 points. And now the lead is 24. 1:32 clock running third quarter. Oh, nice look. Just a little bit lengthy again. Oh, the right idea from Briggs. It was there, just not executed. Unselfish by Briggs as always, and now she takes another one on the chest. Absolutely. Beat her to the spot. Took another one. She's the Kyle Lowry of ACAA basketball, is Briggs. Always trying to take that charge. She's the type of player that referees really have to discuss before the game. They have to discuss how we're going to call Emily, and Emily is really good with the refs. Oh, nicely done there by Crandall, and Rancourt gets free for the righty finish, but she is somebody that the referees have to discuss before. She's so physical. Oh, nice look there. And Holt lays it in with the right hand. Briggs now. They should just clear out for her. Let her operate. They take the pressure back a little bit. Matea Hansen is the screen, not there. Amadou, a little too physical out top on the handoff. Cassidy Hamilton. Hamilton now using that right hand dribble. Not there, gets it to Rancourt. Rancourt spins left, finds Briggs. Briggs throws up the three now. Michaela Hansen collects the rebound, up to Hamilton. Second shot opportunity now. Yeah, 8 seconds. Matea back to Rancourt. Rancourt pounding it left hand. She had it. She gets hit. She's going to go to the line for two. Even though you know it's coming, it's tough to stop. They almost got there, but it was the reach in, I think, that was the foul. No, they called it on the. They called it on Victoria Strickland stepping in. Rancourt short on the free throw. Makes the second. Strickland now beat her, the man down the floor. Wasn't able to take advantage, but there goes. Oh, that's another charge. Another charge. That's 4 taken by Emily Briggs. She just anticipates so well and gets to that spot. McNeil's going to go out now with 3. The lead 23 here for Crandall. Briggs does get it on the move a little bit. They're going to have to go back to Briggs. They do against the buzzer. Almost banks it in. Good try from Briggs, but they're down 23 going to the fourth quarter. Crandall Chargers here against the Mystics of Mount St. Vincent. right, fans will check the national rankings. I did this the other night, but it escapes me. I don't got a memory of a goldfish. I don't know to keep it in my head what these national rankings are. On the girls' side, yeah, the Mount is ranked 4th in the country. I mean, we're talking about the 4th ranked team in the country here, folks, and the Crandall's done a pretty good job fighting. Just had a little bit of pressure, a little bit of trouble with this pressure. And I think if Coach Jill Smith and the rest of the staff take anything away from that, it'll be, I think this is really they weren't hugely outplayed, but that pressure of the Mountain is just, it's tough. They're smart. They got athletes, and they push the ball really well out of it, and they push it smart, and they know how to, when to attack you. They know when to get physical on that double team on the dribble. They just play it smart and play it with athletes, and it's tough to handle. And they're going to have an answer for it the next time they match up. But there's a reason that the Mount is ranked 4th in the country. Stu was ranked 6th. They might drop a little bit this week off of the loss yesterday. And we'll see if the Holland Hurricanes don't move in. I'll be shocked if that doesn't happen into the women's rankings. Holland ranked 4 on the men's side already. Stu ranked 12th. I would guarantee you that'll change. And the Mount might make an appearance on the men's side this week as well. Wouldn't be surprised. Holt now. Boy, she's good at that. She's got the strength to whip that pass cross court if she doesn't have an open shot. More good D from Crandall, and Rancourt comes back and cleans up the possession. 73-50, 9:31 clock running, 4th quarter here. Matea Hansen finds Hamilton. Good looking shot from her. Speaking of shot, looks like Rancourt looks like she took one to the cheek. Shook it off. Strickland with a wing 3. Didn't go. Off the structure, out of bounds. And new into the game is Sophie Delory for the Mount, second-year player from Antigonish. Her first minutes. There's a good break to the press. Now here comes the double team. You got to pass quickly out of it. Finds Rancourt. Well done. Does she finish? No. Back rims it, but she's going to the line for 2. Hamilton, a smart hesitation move there on the sideline. And found Rancourt with a little pocket pass. Again, she's been short on those free throws tonight as Rancourt. Been a little bit ugly, not like her. She's not an incredible free throw shooter, but she's solid. You wouldn't know it from that effort. In and out on the second as well. Frustrating evening from the line a little bit for Rancourt, that's for sure. Oh, and a good drive and a teardrop. Pretty from Amanda Piercy. That's not an as easy shot as it looks. Briggs pulled it back. And looks like the 24-second clock, yep, was not reset, so they got that where they want it. Briggs now going to use the screen of Michaela Hansen. Tried to use it twice. Rancourt on the catch. Made a good solid cut. Briggs forced it to her. That was a tough catch, but she had a mystic hanging off her. Nice, out of bounds set. Rancourt didn't quite catch it cleanly and get it above her head on the lay-in. Came up short. She's way more comfortable on the left-hand side, but she just didn't catch that cleanly. Speaking of clean catches, Piercy. Amanda Piercy, she's been terrific in this second half. Hamilton's got another mystic running at her, spins out of it, finds Rancourt, going left this time. Again, though, hard catch in traffic. They put bodies into her. No foul, but just physical anyway. Oh, good rebound there from Holt. got it back to Piercy, and then followed up Piercy's miss again, did Holt. Amadou now on the drive and gets it knocked away. Late was Briggs was found from Hanson, but she was found, but swung all the way back around to Hamilton. No from three-point land, and boxed out there nicely by Holt was Rancourt. That's got to be a travel. No, they're going to call a jump ball. That should have been a travel by my eyes, but either way, it's going back to Crandall. Timeout. 77-50 with 7:30 on the clock here. So we'll take a look here at the there we go, at the women's side of things here for the rest of the semester. There's a limited amount of games left for some. This is their last weekend to play here, I believe, before the Christmas break. I know Mount Allison's schedule is finished. We'll see where it is. Excuse me, where it is for everybody. Yeah, so next weekend, December 2nd and 3rd, there are a couple of games here. So Crandall visits Stu next Friday, 6 and 8 o'clock. Those are games you're going to want to watch. I'll be handling things at the Hoop Classic here in Moncton. Our big high school tournament here is the next 2 weeks. Guys next week, girls the week after that. But I'll be watching. I'll get caught up on those games later on ACAA.TV, Crandall Stu games. And then, Mount Allison does not finish things up. They're playing December 3rd at King's College. Excuse me. 2 o'clock for the girls and 4 o'clock for the guys. And Mount St. Vincent is in Holland, 2 and 4 on Saturday. So those are games. Those are all good games that you're going to want to watch, fans, for sure. So Mount not taking anything for granted here. Up 27, but still 7.5 minutes left on the clock. They're going to play their style till they feel comfortable with that lead. Michaela Hansen finds Balser. Balser's been great today. She's only got 5 left. Now Hamilton's going to have to create against the clock. She does. Drives right into Amadou, and it's going to go back the other way. Great vertical belly-up defense by Samia Amadou. And Alicia McNeil, who's been terrific today. Amadou now tries against Rancourt. It's not there. It is there for 3 from the wing for Ashley Marshall, but rebounded and brought out by Balser. She crosses over McNeil. Oh, that was a double dribble. Yep, there it was. I think she thought she had someone on the wing. And then when she actually went to throw it, nope, wasn't there. It's a terrible feeling as a guard. Not that I've ever felt it myself. That would involve me making a mistake. That's not going to happen, as all my teammates know and will attest to in full, I'm sure. Amadou, ball swung all the way around to McNeil. McNeil, baseline, blocked by Matea Hansen. Hamilton trying to run it down. Good hustle, but she's the one that knocked it out. It's going to stay with the Mystics. Victoria Strickland now back in. Oh, McNeil, that was too easy. Should have been blown dead. It wasn't. Balser now on the push. Nothing there. Trying to get it back out to Hamilton. She does finally. Hamilton on the move. Matea Hansen now. Can't get it to Delaroche, and it's going to go back to the Mystics. Just not been able to consistently score it here in the second half. Has Crandall. Long dry spells here for them. But this Mount St. Vincent defense is pretty suffocating if you're not making great decisions against them. I think when Crandall goes back and watches the tape, they'll see, hey, when we've got a recipe where we can be a lot more effective against that press next time. I think you'll see that be the case. I'll be interested in this matchup next time we see it, that's for sure. Balser now using the screen. Oh, that's a tough running left-hander. Good physical defense without fouling again from Mount St. Vincent. Emma Foy on the floor. She swings it over to Victoria Strickland. Back to McNeil. Finding Strickland again. Into Foy. Foy with the shot with a pass fake. Nice move from her. A little scoop shot off the pass fake. Rolling into the key. And the lead stretches out to 29. Nice pass inside to DeRoche. Blocked by Sophie Delory. Big block from her, rotating over. And timeout, Mystics. So the next time you'll hear from me on this, on the Crandall call, fans, won't be till January 21st. Boy, it's a long ways away. Almost 2 months. You'll miss me. I feel terrible for you. But yeah, it's a long break from when on the holiday layoff here in the ACAA. Feels like forever. The first games back aren't until January the 13th again, when Mount Allison plays 2 and Crandall plays Holland. But yeah, I'm on the Mount Allison call on January 15th. But yeah, the Crandall not until January 21st, when King's College visits Crandall. So Crandall's had, on both sides, have had a very tough schedule. Their schedule gets a lot, quote-unquote, easier after the break. Not long strings of matchups against the top 3-4 teams in the league. Makes it a little bit easier. A couple more home games, too. So this is definitely the tougher half of the schedule here before Christmas. But I know the Chargers are hoping to get a couple more wins under their belt than what they're going to end up with here. Looking to go into Hansen from one Hansen to another, and it doesn't connect. Turnover off of the out of bounds. It's tough off of a timeout turning it over like that. You know the coaches are over there rolling their eyes at you. Briggs pulls it back. Finds Matea Hansen over to her sister. Balser with a shot fake, driving baseline. Nice move, finds Matea. Matea swings it all the way over to Emily Briggs. Nice move baseline by Briggs. Oh, just a little strong as she's met over there by 2 Mount defenders. Now McNeil on the push. Balser bothering her out there on the wing. McNeil. Backdoor, nice move. Pretty cut and finish by Victoria Strickland. Boy, she sold it, popping out high as if she was going to bail out her friend McNeil, and then just cut hard, and McNeil saw it all the way and found her. Good ball fake, made it even better. And the finish and the harm was the cherry on the sundae, and now she's got a chance to push this out to a 32-point lead, and she does. Michaela Hansen. Balser now. Handoff from Briggs. She's going to pop a 3. She's long with that one. Michaela Hansen couldn't get around Strickland for a shot at that one. Push nicely by Amanda Piercy, who lays it in. She's been great in the second half as Piercy. She wasn't that bad in the first half, but she's been had an almost perfect half here in this one. Good cut from Matea Hansen, just met there by, again, 2 Mount St. Vincent defenders. And staying with the Chargers. Cassidy Hamilton and Alexa Rancourt check themselves back in. Rancourt gets it to Briggs. Briggs pops another 3. And the net doesn't move, all strings from Briggs. Her second of the night. It's 84-53. A little dribble handoff. Newcomb comes up short that time. Amadou now back in. for the Mystics. Good fake there from Balser. Got Amadou moving. Set up a wide open three for Hamilton, and she knocked it in. That's her 4th of the afternoon. Amadou now looking to go baseline, cut off nicely by Balser. Oh, sweet move by Amadou on the step through. Just couldn't finish with the left hand. Lovely stuff though, my goodness. Hamilton with the handoff to Balser. And then the flare screen. Balser, nice feed. The drop to Rancourt. Looking much better here these last few minutes as the Crandall offense, but they're not facing the same pressure. That you see, that's been the difference. Amadou again with the same step-through move this time. She's going to the line. You see how comfortable she is with it. It's a go-to move for her. Now it's a pretty elementary reading of the game. That the pressure of the mount was the whole thing, but you see how much easier Crandall handles the mount when it's token pressure or not their starters at the top running the pressure. Rancourt, probably should have shot it, but swung all the way around to Briggs again. Paid off, got him a bonus point. Briggs, long three. 86-61 now. Crandall winning these last few minutes, but ball found its way to Foy. She made a nice move, and she's going to go to the line for 2. Took a hit from Briggs. Was a little slow to get up, as you normally are when you take a hit from Emily Briggs. It's never a tap. And down goes the second. Ooh, almost a travel, but got away with it there to Michaela Hansen. Balser now in the push, finds Briggs again, feeling it a little bit, but comes up short. Oh, and again. Rancourt probably had a layup. Unselfish, tried to get it out to a teammate again, but was smacked on the hand doing so, and Crandall maintain possession. Sophie Delory back in the game for the mount. Cassidy Hamilton now. Yeah, she got hit. It's the right call. Delory a little bit physical with her, but that's the nature of, again, if you're Coach Mark Ford, you don't mind those fouls. Those are sins of commission. Effort fouls. Just trying to be physical and make life tough on them. You don't mind a few of those when you got a defense the nature of the mounts. You want it to be physical and tough. Good crash there by Michaela Hansen. Forced the mount to fumble it out of bounds. It's going to be Crandall ball here, 87-61. So Crandall will fall to 1-4 with a game in stew to end their first half next week. Not an easy, not an easy matchup for anybody up there. The key will be is, can they score with Stu? Stu's not the most explosive offensive team in the league, but they're certainly one of the more stout defensive teams, if not the most stout. But last night they got scored upon pretty good by the same Mount team. The Mount now looking to improve on their league leading average, and they will get a chance to by going to the line. Averaging almost 88 a game is the Mount, 87.7, and yep, they did straighten out the foul call. It's on Rancourt. It's only the 4th on Crandall, so Mount will bring the ball in. And a 5-second call. Good job there by Crandall. So some good stuff here to close out the fourth, but Crandall played a lot better in the last half of this quarter than they had pretty much the entire half. But again, against a pressure that, while still extended, doesn't have the same intensity or the same personnel on the press. They certainly did a better job beating it, but they'll have to have a chat next time before this matchup on how to do so consistently. But Hamilton, she's got to feel better about herself, a better offensive game than she did on Friday night when she struggled from the field. She's been good tonight. And a rebound there from Hamilton. So the Mount will push their record out to 7-6-1. I don't know. The basketball standings on the website are a little sideways, but they have one loss in the season, and they'll stay at that one-loss record and defeat the Crandall Chargers 87-65 here on a beautiful Sunday afternoon in Moncton. Fans, I'm glad you joined us for this one. 87-65 the final. So stay with us here on ACAA.tv. Go over and find the guys game. Switch it over to the guys side. Find this game. It's going to start here in about 25 minutes, and join me on the call. It's going to be fun. Crandall Chargers, Mount St. Vincent men coming up at you in 25.